What's going on, everybody? My name is Dominic, and I'm with PowerSlap News live here in Vegas. Joining me is Frank the Tank. How's it going, Frank?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Frank, you got a PowerSlap fight coming up on PowerSlap 1 in Vegas. What's that feel like to be part of number 1?
Honestly, it's pretty exhilarating. It's a different stage than coming from Slap Fight Championship. I was at the first one there, so getting to be in another first league, it's fun.
Yeah. Do you feel right now, do you think you're feeling the same thing a UFC fighter felt at UFC 1, or do you feel there's more pressure on the PowerSlap athletes because people have seen what UFC has become? You know you're on the cusp of something great. How are you dealing with that pressure?
I don't know if there would really be comparable in terms of pressure because they go through a lot more, I think, than we do. It kind of just depends on the person. I don't feel too much of the pressure, but this one will be my 20th fight, so it's kind of become kind of normal for me.
Safe to say you're a veteran of a sport that's really new, so we don't got too many of you guys out there. As a veteran, I've been asking everybody height versus weight. The debate seems to be pretty active as what's more important, to be the shorter fighter, to be the taller fighter, to be the heavier fighter. As somebody who is a veteran, what do you think is more important?
I don't think any of those can be one more important than the other. They all have their advantages and disadvantages. There's different techniques that people can use depending on if they're shorter, depending on if they're heavier, depending on length, even goes into how much speed they can use.
So what are your thoughts in regards to the whole slapping upwards? You get the whole bending. You get the explosion on the come up. Do you think that makes a big difference or not so much?
In my opinion, the come up is what I use, and I feel like that's what works for me. I'm not going to say that a different way is better or worse than what I do. It's just what I like to use.
So where do you see the future of PowerSlap going? We saw that Dana White said we're sanctioned in 5 states. It's expanding. It's growing. He said there's a whole season 2, maybe a season 3 confirmed. Where do you see the future of PowerSlap?
Honestly, that's kind of one of those things that's kind of up in the air. It can go 20, 30 more years, or it could end tomorrow night. It's kind of dependent on what happens.
So we've seen the public sentiment. We've seen Dana White address the public sentiment as it's not super great. Some people look at this sport and they have all these awful things to say. I look at this and I go, we let people climb mountains without rope, jump a helicopter with a skateboard. They put a Red Bull logo on and nobody bats an eye, right? But you guys come out here, trained athletes, agreeing to 3-strike sport, and everyone seems to lose their shit. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I think with especially people jumping out of airplanes and stuff, I mean, I guess the difference could be is when you're standing there just taking a strike, you're guaranteed that something could get injured really bad. Whereas you have safety precautions with jumping out of an airplane, like parachutes, helmets, all that kinds of stuff. I mean, even after 20 fights, I've done all the medical stuff. I have nothing damage-wise to show. So it's kind of one of those things. I mean, you could get in a car wreck today while you're driving home.
Yeah.
Anything can happen any day. The ceiling could fall on us and hurt us.
For sure.
So it's all a matter of opinion. Will I say that it's dangerous? Of course. I mean, you're getting hit in the face for free. Is it the safest? Probably not. But it's our choice to do it. Whether people enjoy it or not is their choice.
So I've heard in the beginning of the UFC, Dana White was very strict about the walkouts. He didn't want any razzle-dazzle. He then to make very clear this is not WWE, this is a sport. I've heard the creative freedom on the walkouts this time around for PowerSlap is a little more lax. You got any razzle-dazzle plan for your walkout? You doing anything fancy, coming out with a big crown? What are you doing?
You'll just have to watch it and see. I think you'll like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you got something planned?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. I've been talking, some people are saying no, some people are saying yes. I think why not show people a little bit of your personality on the walkout? let's talk about the fight. How do you see the fight going today?
I'm not the type of person that really likes to make predictions. Of course, I want to win, but any day can be anyone's win. So I'm going to go in there, do my best. Of course, I want to win, so I'm going to try my best and see what happens.
Give us a little preview. Are we doing right hand on one, left hand on two? What are we doing today? Or is that not saying nothing yet?
Something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to. Okay.
I'll put it as in I'm using my normal technique.
Okay, sounds good. This is our very first our live slap event. We've never been to it in person. We've heard it's very different when you are there in person. It's a lot of fun. We're really excited to be there. We'd love to catch you after the fight if you're available. We don't want to take too much of your time. We know it's fight day. You got a lot to do. Everyone's got their own pre-fight kind of preparation. We've talked to some other people that are saying I'm napping all day. You know, everyone's got their own. Other people are at the slots doing their thing. Like, so I don't want to take you. Before we leave, though, let the people know what you got going on. Any merch, website, sponsors, anything like that, by all means, the floor is yours.
Well, I just have my normal social media, all of that. It'll be broadcasted on the PowerSlap. And not much else. Just look for me. More to come.
And final message to all those haters on Twitter that are blowing you up and saying all those awful things. What do you got to say to those guys?
I still respect you. Your valued opinion.
I say keep on watching. We need it. Thank you so much for your time, man. We appreciate it. We hope to grab you later on.
Thank you.
Thank you.